What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug. Welcome back to SVR07 on the 360. Hopefully almost done with this Trish repeat storyline, and then hopefully something I have not seen yet. Let's begin the week. Oh boy, here's the big show.
You know, I've never been Chris Masters' biggest fan, but I've got to say he's gotten a heck of a Raw deal lately. Trish turned on him in an insane plan to win the WWE title for herself, and now he finds himself out of contention for the title.
You're right, and the masterpiece is going to have some aggression to work out here tonight. I'd hate to be either of his opponents in this triple threat.
Too bad, so sad for Chris Masters.
This man lost his WWE Championship in what can only be called a swirl of controversy, and I have to believe that he will be the popular choice to win it back at Unforgiven.
Come on, JR, stop playing favorites. He'll get the title back at Unforgiven if he can beat whoever Trish chooses as his opponent.
And speaking of Trish's mystery contender, I think it's just about time for us to find out who it is.
But I already know it's the Big Show. But I already know it's the... You already showed me the screen and said it was the Big Show. Well, it's not a surprise. 7 feet.
I don't believe it. It's the Big Show. The Big Show is Trish Stratus's choice to compete for the WWE title at Unforgiven.
I guess size matters to Trish. Well, you gotta like Show's chances at Unforgiven. And his two opponents definitely have their work cut out for him tonight, too.
And so I welcome you to a fine Sunday here on the program. Last night was the opening of the G1 Climax on Access TV, New Japan World, etc., etc., and it was the opening night in America, filmed in Dallas. And I know some folks were like, wait, that arena seemed pretty empty. And that's because that is a 20,000 seat arena, and New Japan is not going to fill 20K, even for the G1. But they got that arena because Mark Cuban is the owner of the team that has that arena, so therefore he can get them basically in there for free, essentially. And if you are New Japan, like, why turn down a free arena to run one of your biggest shows of the year in? Like, of course you would. And thankfully, the almost 5,000 fans who were there were loud as hell. Like, that was a hype crowd all night, and I love a hype crowd for a wrestling event. So good times on the opening night of the G1. Night 2, which is B Block, is not until next Saturday. So that'll be back in Japan, and then like 18 more shows in Japan for the G1 between now and August the 12th. So a long summer of some amazing wrestling going to be happening there in New Japan. Now then, there was also a big announcement for New Japan in that they're coming to the East Coast here in September. So East Coast, Boston, New York, and Philly, end of September this year. The Tiger Hattori Retirement Tour as ref is going to be happening at those shows. And most significantly, whoa, power slamming the Big Show, the power of Chris Masters. Most importantly, those shows are not Ring of Honor co-branded. So, hey, Ring of Honor, we don't need you to run these shows in the US anymore. So I'm wondering how that partnership is going, and are they still salty with that whole thing with Enzo and Cass back at that show in the Garden? Is that still kind of having some beef from that happening? Seems likely. Seems likely. But still no New Japan deal with AEW, which is why there was not any Jon Moxley at the show last night in Dallas, because his contract says he can't be at any of the New Japan US shows, even though he is, ironically, the New Japan US champion. So, you know, that's kind of funny. But yeah, fun show all around. I think Kenta vs. Ibushi was just hard-hitting, just crazy. And I always worry about Ibushi's health in these matches. And this is the first night of the G1, and man, there were some scares there in that first night. What are you doing, Masters? You referee bump? For why? For what? For how? But nice to see Kenta back how he should have been always presented in the first place. Just bossing it up. Good stuff. Good stuff. And beating Ibushi in the first night. So also, good stuff. Big Show, though. Manhandling. The fall away slam to the outside. Jesus, Show. Chill a little bit. That's a rough bump to take. That is a absolutely rough bump to take. DDT onto the world's largest athlete. Masters is out of the equation. out of the equation. The fallaway slams to the outside. Of course you're out of the equation. Yeah. Hey, Masters, how about you get choke slammed? How about you get choke slammed? Alright? Not me. Not me. Well, it's a choke slam. But guess what? Guess what, Show? You can't follow it up. Oh! The world's largest scoop slam. And then pinning Chris Masters. Stealing one, folks. 1, 2, 3. The ultimate opportunity to attack Slug strikes again. Oh, too bad. So sad. Masters once again an afterthought. And Attack Slug making the Giant do the work for him. Ha ha.
You know, Show, now that I'm around, you're gonna get something that you haven't had in a long, long time. The WWE title.
You're damn right. You made the right decision when you hooked up with me, Trish. I don't think there's any doubt in your mind anymore that bigger is definitely better. Unlike Chris Masters, I know how to get the job done. And that's exactly what I'll do at Unforgiven.
What we'll do at Unforgiven. I'm gonna take you all the way to the title, just like I took Chris Masters. Well,
I mean,
not exactly like Chris Masters, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Whoa, whoa, Show. Take it down a notch a little bit. I know what you mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
I feel like I didn't get that cutscene last time. I feel like Big Show didn't align with Trish 2 years ago, but again, my memory's a bit not great. Snitsky? Why am I fighting Snitsky? Jesus.
Here comes the once and future champion for a tune-up match
okay.
against Snitsky before the big title match a week from Sunday at Unforgiven.
And you're not kidding when you say that it's going to be a big match. Everything's bigger when Big Show gets involved.
And by no means should we discount the sheer size and mass of Snitsky. He's not exactly a small man himself, and this singles match should provide a very interesting preview of Unforgiven.
What, I couldn't fight Mark Henry? I couldn't fight Kane? I gotta fight Snitsky? Really? Here to fight Snitsky. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. With that weird beard thing, it's not my fault. Anyway, we have a thing that was causing a lot of speculation yesterday that was announced as WWE Reimagined. And everyone's like, well, what's that going to be? It said, hey, tomorrow. And the video had Sting and Taker. And I was like, are they teasing Sting and Taker for real? Sting's retired. That's not going to happen. So what is this going to be? And there were kind of two schools of thought on what it could be. And number one of those was, oh, it'll be a thing on the network. Jesus, Snitsky, just take it down a notch. Just take it down a little bit. It could be a thing on the network. Take it down, Snitsky. God, chill, man. The bug-eyed. Good God. And the other speculation was, hey, it'll be a mode in 2K20 or a cover or something. They haven't announced anything so far from 2K20. So, hey, that'd be cool. Having these fantasy matchups in that game as your kind of the base mode, story mode something. But no, this morning they put out a video, 9-minute video, and it's, oh, here's the Big Show. Well, this was a waste. This was a waste. Screw you, Big Show. Screw you, no, don't you dare, Big Show. Oh, rake of the eye. Call it, ref. 1, 2. Why is Big Show here? So, it was a 9-minute video on WWE.com, which is basically, hey, we see you out there on YouTube doing fantasy booking. We also want those clicks for fantasy booking, but with obviously a much, much, much larger budget and actual stars to talk to for that fantasy booking. But it was basically that. Nothing really important. And kind of, hey, here's Sting and here's Taker, and what could have happened? If Taker had jumped to WCW, what could have happened? Between Hogan and Taker, between Sting and Taker, that kind of stuff. Things that people on the internet have discussed for literally 20 plus years. It was WWE kind of doing that fantasy booking themselves. So again, not anywhere near as interesting as had they done a thing with, say, 2K20, which let's say that they couldn't. Like, it's still on the table. They haven't announced anything from the game thus far. So hey, it's out there. Do it. But the big thing supposedly is Sasha was in New York filming something for that game. So perhaps a showcase on the Women's Revolution is the current conjecture in your big back-of-the-box type thing for that game. But again, we don't know yet, so we're kind of waiting on an announcement for 2K20 in the first place. 5-star Slug Flash got the knees up. Anyway, this week on Raw, the return of Rey Mysterio. So will he get involved with Ricochet and AJ Styles? That's a triple threat I would like to see. Please, please, please. But also, is he even cleared to compete? Or is he just, hey, I'm cleared to be here? That's the actual question there. Because I don't know. They said mid-July, so it's almost mid-July, so that would not... just ragdolling him would not surprise me. But man, being out for 3 weeks and having to lose the belt is kind of rough, considering how long have we seen since we had a match from Finn Balor, who's the IC champion, you know? Just putting that out there. Could easily be off for 3 weeks and no one really notices, because SmackDown. Anyway. Also on SmackDown, the big announcement for this week's SmackDown is we're going to find out who is the mystery door knocker for Aleister Black. And I'm like, why would you do it on free TV? Like, why? If you said, hey, they're going to be there to fight Aleister Black at the pay-per-view, then yes, you say it for the pay-per-view. Like, why say that and then announce it on free TV when you could have kept that a speculation thing, right? Like, that is weird to me, but I just don't like the announcement of an announcement. Is always kind of like, yeah, alright, here's the mystery. And honestly, it's possible, if they feel like their mystery is not a big enough deal to do it on SmackDown, so people aren't as disappointed if it ends up being disappointing. Which, again, almost no mystery in wrestling actually pays off when you build it up to such a large degree over the course of weeks or months. Like, it usually does not pay off how you want it to, right? So, you know, I'm not going to say it's going to be good, but honestly, I think quite possibly it'll be Randy Orton. If you want to have a nice main roster win for Aleister Black, I think Randy Orton is a perfect one to have there, because it gives him even more credibility beating a former world champion. So that's kind of my pick. Obviously, a lot of folks saying, hey, Bray Wyatt, which also possible. Some folks saying, where is Buddy Murphy? If that was your reveal at the show on Sunday for Extreme Rules, perhaps that would not get the pop you wanted from the best kept secret. But, you know, I'd want to see that match, certainly. But there we go. RKO out of nowhere for you, Siski. You're welcome. Now, Big Show was ringside, so why wouldn't he just run in and choke slam me? Like, that would be, alright, I beat Siski, but here's the Big Show. He came out to interfere in the match, so why didn't he stick around to hit me from behind after the victory, and then hit me with a choke slam or something? This is the go-home show, right? The go-home show, you gotta have your action at the go-home show before you do your thing in the ring on pay-per-view to kind of sell that. Come on, man. Wrestling Booking 101. You want to sell it. But I guess that's it for today, because I got nothing else here on the list to discuss, and I have more videos to film as I usually do. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos on this channel. Tune in for those. And I'll see you then, next time, and I'm out.